Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking, and we're going to use the Southern cooking part this afternoon. Today we're going to make a Southern cake that's one of my favorite. We're going to make a banana pecan bourbon cake, okay? Jack Daniel's pecan banana cake or bread. So I'm going to start off first with my dry ingredients. I've got in here, I've got a cup and I think it's 2/3. A cup and a third of flour I'm going to put in my little bowl. To that, I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt. I usually always just add the salt. Okay. I've got some baking powder, and I'm going to use 1/4 a teaspoon of baking powder. And I've got some baking soda. And I'm going to use 1/2 a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, now we'll stir these up just a little bit, just so I'm get them mixed all up a little bit. And my dry ingredients are completed. So what I'm going to do at this moment is I'm going to set this aside. Then I'm going to bring in another bowl. Okay, but one of the first things I'm going to do, it wouldn't be banana bread if it didn't have bananas. So I have got 2 very ripe bananas, and that's what you want to use. I know a lot of people throw the bananas away when they look like this, but that's when they're at their best flavor and the peak of their flavor. For making banana bread or for making anything with banana in it, it's at their best time. So I'll put that one in there, and I'll peel this other one. So you never want, even when they're black, you're talking about some really good banana pudding. Oh my goodness. It's the best time to use them. So, okay, I'm going to put these in here, and I'm going to get these all mashed up until I have them completely mashed, totally mashed. Okay, as you can see, my bananas are really mashed all up. So now I'm going to set those aside for a few seconds. The next thing I'm going to do is I've got 5½ tablespoons of softened butter. We'll put this in here. And I've got, I think it's 3/4 cups of sugar. I'm going to take that and I'm going to cream these together a little bit. Okay, I've finished creaming my butter and sugar together. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm going to go ahead and put these bananas in here. Put my 2 bananas. I'm going to also take 2 eggs. That's 1. That's 2. And I'm going to slightly beat them a little bit. And I'll pour that in with my bananas and my sugar and my butter. Okay. All right, then I'm going to mix these up. Okay, at this point I'm finished with my mixer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my dried ingredients and I'm going to mix it in with my wet ingredients. And I'm going to stir these up. Okay. Okay, I've got these pretty much blended up. The next thing I've got is I've got 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. Now, I'm going to take my flour here and we'll put 1 spoonful of flour in with my chopped pecans. And I'm going to stir that flour up with the chopped pecans. I'm going to try to get flour all over them. The reason why I'm doing this, if you do this with anything with the nuts or berries in them, if you put the flour on top of them like that, when you mix them into your blend, they have a tendency to stay in the middle and not drop to the bottom when you're cooking. So, okay, so we've got our bananas. That's the first part. Next, we'll put my chopped pecans in here. And the most important of all, the Jack Daniels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this, and it's 1 tablespoon. Now I know that's not a lot. You can put more if you want to, but it's a Jack Daniels bread. So, whoa, those bananas and the Jack Daniels and the butter. Wow, folks, if you could smell this, it's just incredible. This would have been perfect for the Kentucky Derby when it comes up again. Something like this to make, or smells incredible. Okay, now what I've done, I've got my loaf pan over here, and I've cut a piece of parchment for the bottom. I always like to put a piece of parchment from the bottom because I told you if a cake's going to stick or bread's going to stick, it has a tendency to use on the bottom. And then thanks to modern technology, I'm going to use the spray that has the flour already on it. And we'll flour my pan. Okay. And then I've got my trusty scraper here, and we'll fold this into my pan. You have no idea how good this is with the pecans, the bananas, and the flavor of the Jack Daniels. The 3 of them together make an incredible bread. It's a great bread for in the morning to serve with bacon and scrambled eggs. Cut a slice of this and serve it with it. Okay, I want to sort of even this out as much as I can possibly. And even though there are pecans on the top of this already, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, I've got saved a couple of the larger pecans out and just set some on the top of it just to make it pretty. Now you don't have to do this, and you don't have to use the Jack Daniels. You can make this without the Jack Daniels. It's just a matter of preference or choice. But this is an old Southern recipe that, and I like bringing you the Southern recipes, so I thought this would be a good one to bring you today. Okay, that'll just make it a little bit more festive when we get ready, after it bakes. Push those down in there just a tad, and it might bake over top of them, and that's fine. My oven's been set at 350 degrees, and this is going to bake for 50 minutes. After it bakes, I'll be back to you. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, this is very hot. My Jack Daniels banana pecan bread is out of the oven, and it looks absolutely beautiful, but the smell is more than the beautiful. So it's very, very hot. So I'm going to leave it here to cool for about 15 minutes, then I'll come back to you and we'll cut it. There's one additional step I forgot to add. While my cake is still hot out of the oven, I'm going to take another tablespoon of the Jack Daniels, and I'm just going to sort of drizzle it around the top so it has a chance to soak in to the bread while it's cooling. So now, after it gets cool, I'll come back and then we'll slice it. Hi, welcome back. This is Jim. Our Jack Daniels pecan banana bread was cooled down. I've sliced it. You can see all the pecans in there, and the flavor is just incredible. This is a great bread to have for breakfast or have with the Jack and Coke. So I hope you try this. It smells incredible, and I know I'm gonna have a piece right away. I appreciate all of y'all following me on Facebook and on YouTube. Tell your friends to subscribe. I think about y'all, and I appreciate you, and I consider you my family, and you let me come into your home all the time, and that I am really grateful for. Until next time, this is Jim in Mexico saying you take care of yourself, have a great week ahead, and God bless.